Well, I'm out for a little ride on the quad today. I thought you might be curious or interested to see why I don't seem too eager to get out of here. Look way down there to the Heinz Creek. You can just follow it back up. Obviously, this little creek did not make this valley, but this creek lives in this valley now. I walked right out to the edge here. There's my little bush Harley. Has something to carry the poetry in. Oh, it's a pretty fine day here. Well, here we are in the second place I wanted to show you. This one's maybe this one's pretty nice too. Came down that trail there by that broken poplar. And then turning around from the north to the east here, you're looking downriver on the mighty Peace. It's about 1,300 feet down to the river. Coming around to the south now. That land down there at the foot of the hill is a place called Smook's. Old Mr. Smook was a farmer who settled that land and brought his implements up the river on a barge. You can see that where that river comes in there on the far side there, that sandbar. If you were to get a rocker box and work your ass off, you'd probably be able to take $1,500 or $2,000 worth of gold out of that in a month. Old Mr. Smook, he farmed this land down here. You can't see it anymore. There was a house in those trees there, and all along those trees right there, you can find his old implements that he brought up the river on a barge behind a steamboat. And unfortunately, a farmer, he didn't have a lot of land there, and a farmer always wants to plant a little bit more if he can, and unfortunately he drove his combine up on a side hill and rolled it down the hill, and that was the end of Mr. Smook, and the rest of the Smook family didn't want to live there anymore. It's real pretty here. This is a really good place to see large animals, so I'm paying pretty close attention, just in case I am going to see some large animals. Bringing us around to the north again. Look, there we go. We look way up. See that knob there right in front of us? That's where I took the other shots, looking down from there. This whole field that he made here, you see right in the center there, that's where he rolled his combine, and that's where he finished his living. The field goes over a little ravine there and goes into another few acres. Would have been about what one guy could do for a year with a team of horses, but he actually had tractors, so he had a pretty good plan, I guess, back in the day. The trees are growing up now. Hopefully you can just see the river in the background there. We're looking south now. See these Manitoba maples he planted, and he planted these apple trees here, which is kind of beautiful. That old tradition of well, it's not Newport and it's not Santa Barbara, but if you were visiting me and you wanted to go to the beach, this is the beach I would take you to. This is the mighty Peace River here. It's a very hot day. Oh, now it's 2 deer walking on this beach and 1 human. Take a look to see, it's a deer and the little birds. Sometimes if there's a deer walking along, there's something with a lot of teeth also walking along. Oh, look, sex on a beach. We got the insect sexuality section there. You can see that line of cliffs there. That line of cliffs, that was the bottom of the river about 300 million years ago at the end of the Jurassic period when the dinosaurs were here. And since then, the river has switched direction. It used to drain the interior plain. It was a big ocean all the way down to Texas, and it drained into the Peace River here, or into the Pacific Ocean about 100 kilometers west of here. The pole was, the equator was at about northern California, so it was pretty hot here all the time. That's why you had big web-footed dinosaurs